Okay, yeah, I do believe in the taniwha actually. I believe they are spiritual creatures, that the Māori who were a lot more in touch with spiritual things a long time ago actually picked up on. I think modern times have stopped people from being aware of spirituality anyway. Totally. I think the rural Māori who are more in touch with the land, they're more perceptive of the changings in the land or what the land feels like. And I think the city-dwelling Māori are a bit more westernised, and so tend to follow heroes they see on television and aren't in touch with what's going on in the land as much. Okay. No one in my family has seen the taniwha, and I have to admit I haven't. I have felt strange feelings when I've been in maraes, but I don't know if that was related to a taniwha. I have experienced feelings when I've been in certain maraes.
Cool.
Just in certain atmospheres, particularly at tangis, which are Māori funerals.
Yeah.
There's an atmosphere there that seems a bit supernatural. This is just a brief story about Pautini. There was along the west coast in Hokitika, nobody swims in the Arahura River or the actual ocean with greenstone on, because of a taniwha called Pautini that swims along the wake of the west coast ocean and through the Arahura rivers, where a lot of people find greenstone incidentally. And all the local children are told never to go swimming there. Now basically Pautini once was cruising along. He was being chased by some North Island taniwha because he'd gone into the territory. Taniwhas are very territorial. And came down to the coast and saw this most beautiful maiden just sunbathing. And so this Pautini thought, oh, she's fine, and got hold of her to keep as his own and dragged her under the ocean. Now her tane, or her man, he saw this happen and he swore to hunt Pautini down. So he followed Pautini all through the ocean, and he followed him through different rivers and through lakes, and of course Pautini could always avoid. Now Pautini realised that the girl was very cold, so he had to do something to make her warm. So he put her on the ocean, he put her on to the land and made her turn into greenstone. So she wouldn't get cold at all. So so the legend with Pautini is that Pautini really loves greenstone, and pretty much no one is allowed to wear greenstone when they swim in the ocean or the Arahura River wearing greenstone at all, because they say that Pautini will come in.
This greenstone's very prevalent in sort of Maori history.
Greenstone's a very tapu, or a sacred kind of a stone, yeah. Also, it was used in ancient China and South America as well.
Yeah, jade.
It's a very powerful stone, nephrite as well, yeah. Not at all, because it's actually bringing something that has been put aside over the years and it's not really talked about much amongst modern people in New Zealand. Yeah, I'd like to see probably an accuracy in the stories of the taniwha, because different tribes do have different interpretations of different taniwhas around, but also like a bit of information from the real tribes, and possibly the locations and the spots of where the most prevalent sightings or experiences are. It would also be interesting to see, like, if there was a spot that's had modern influence built on it, like their gondola, if there has been some sort of heebie-jeebies, they say, happen around that area as well. My opinion on that is pretty much, there was sharks and stuff that all the Māori used to see, but I also do sort of believe in the supernatural as well. Yeah. So I know that the nearest things that Māori could have related these visions or whatever they had, because a lot of them were very open, spiritually open, the nearest thing they could have related them to would have been sharks or lizards or the most sort of unusual animals that they've seen on land and earth. So, yeah. Personally, no. I think that's fine because, like, to me, a taniwha was actually some spiritual guardian, and the Māori called them like the sharks or whatever, based on what I said before.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would be a problem for me. But if you talk to the older kaumātua, you never know.